We're going to watch a video and then we're going to talk about it. Okay? Because that's what we do. It's a podcast. You don't just watch videos. You have to talk into a microphone. That's what they tell me, at least anyway.
If there ever was a video to repost, please make it this one. And if you are from the Edmonton, Alberta area, you're really going to want to listen to this. By any means, do not go to West Edmonton Mall. Do not take your children to West Edmonton Mall. And if you have to, for whatever reason, do not let go of your children and do not let them out of your sight for no reason. Big Wave posted this not long ago, but I'm going to just kind of somewhat summarize it for you. There was a dad, his 8-year-old daughter went into the bathroom at West Edmonton Mall. He waited outside for her. She wasn't coming out. He finally went in. Where the heck? She's gone. Finally sees these two women pushing out a stroller and notices like the shoe of the child in the stroller. His instinct was to pull the blanket back, and guess who was in that stroller? Oh, go figure. It was his daughter in that stroller, drugged up, head shaven. Why haven't I heard about this on the mainstream news? Do you really think that you're going to hear about this on the mainstream news at this point? We have corrupt, dirty politicians and people involved in foreign interference at this point, and those names aren't being released. You think you're going to get the biggest epidemic in the entire world, what is happening with the children on the media? How do I know this is true? So my significant other was just at a birthday party with my one child the other day, and one of the parents was actually a city police officer. He brought this to the city police officer, said, hey, have you heard anything about this? And this police officer, with 100% accuracy, confirmed that this indeed is true. Now, the craziest thing about it is I had heard about this almost identical incident happening before last Christmas. So has this happened more than one time? I'm sure somebody on this platform somewhere must know about it. This should absolutely be plastered all over the media. But ask yourself, why is it not plastered all over the media? Why? It does sound like the two individuals involved were actually two women with this stroller, two Asian women to be specific. And then it sounds like the dad actually beat the shit out of one of them while holding them both down at the same time until the police arrived. Now, our disgusting justice system, let's be honest, they were probably released the same goddamn day. A sick world. We live in a sick world with more sick and twisted individuals than what even meets the eye. Stop being naive, you guys. Start reposting this. Make this shit go viral. This is disgusting, and for God's sake, open all the fucking shipping containers. Enough is enough already, and we the people demand and deserve answers. Okay, bye.
Okay. Goodbye. Pretty crazy, right? Huh? Blew my mind when I first saw it. When this popped up on my For You page, I went, oh, doom, ba-ticka-doom, boom, ba-ticka-doom, boom, ba-ticka-doom. She makes me go, ooh, 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 ah. You know that song? Kidnapping children is no joke. Don't joke about kidnapping children, dude. Especially when it happens at the West Edmonton Mall. This video was uploaded 5 days ago. Girl's name is Jill. Her channel's name is Divine Truth. But it's spelled Divine. Like D, the letter D, VINE _truth. Go check out her channel if you want to. But, so in the video, she says this, where was it at here? Right here.
Finally.
This blurb, basically explaining the whole story that she had just spitted out of her mouth, was posted on what do they call it? Yegwave. Which is like, I don't know, some Edmonton news place where you go to post shit about what's going on in the city. Okay? So I went to Yegwave. Not only could I not find Yegwave, it's like it doesn't exist anymore, but there was no mention or any sort of indication that this exact story was posted there. It looks like it's for sure on a Facebook page, but I couldn't find a Yeg Facebook page. And I can't even tell if this is like a post because it kind of looks like maybe it's a message. I don't know. I don't use Facebook. I don't need to get into the dark, dirty details. But I couldn't find anything on it. Okay? When you look into the comments section of this young lady's video here, this person says, I've heard this exact story like 5 different times over the last few years. Another person said, where's the police report? My brother works for the Edmonton Police Service and told me this is an urban legend that's been circling the net for years. Google it. Yep, urban legend. We've got another comment here. I work at West Edmonton Mall and never heard about this, ever. Another comment, we've got, wouldn't this be on the news? Something like that would be the hugest headline of the night, right? You know? Because when I first watched her video, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. I was like, that's crazy, dude. What the fuck? Is this for real? But then you go to the comments, and a good chunk of them are like those ones that we just read. Okay? But she's going back into the comments, and she's doubling down. When that person said, wouldn't this be on the news? She said, have you not figured out that our media don't exactly report a lot of things? There's also, this person said, this has never happened to me, nor have I heard anything like this. I've been going to West Edmonton Mall since I was a child, and she says, time to open your eyes. Okay? There's also this comment where this person agrees with me, and he says, I can't find this post on Yegwave. Nina responds to him saying, this is a super old story, like years. Also, nobody should be letting their child walk into public alone, especially being that young. That's crazy. So that makes me think, from this person's perspective, the story is true, but it's years old. But for the most part, the comments are all saying this is all bullshit. So I did some Googling to see if I could find any report of this exact story, and I'm finding multiple upon multiple upon multiple articles, all describing exactly what she is talking about, but like they're talking about kidnapped, little kid, drugged, head shaven. There's multiple articles of that exact story, and every single article says they're all debunked, they're all fake. And it's all from malls in Canada, like either West Edmonton Mall or the, what's that other one called? The Cross Iron Mills Mall, which is in Calgary. Okay, there's also some comments that says this happened in Calgary at the Cross Iron Mills Mall too, exact same thing. Another person says heard the same story here in Cross Iron, Calgary. Another person says this happened at Cross Iron in Calgary. So a good chunk of the comments on her video are either saying A, this is fake, or B, this happened at Cross Iron, not West Edmonton Mall. Okay, so these articles, they all agree. Although these reports did take place at, what people said was Cross Iron Mills, that they all conclude that they're debunked. All the police reports show that it's all fake. Okay? CPS said that after speaking to the Alberta law enforcement response teams, law enforcement was unaware of the incidents and that no such event was reported to police. Another article. Oh, it fucking refreshed on me. All stories collected claim to have happened in large public areas, and the child is found with a shaved head in the process of being disguised for an escape. The child is often found in a bedroom. After digging, okay, so it goes through the whole thing. I have spoken to our command staff who oversees our special investigation section of our department. They are aware of this rumor, and there are no reports of this incident actually occurring here in Omaha. After digging deeper, we're finding this narrative is a decade-old hoax. Snopes published an article in 1999 showing variations of the same story and has added to it throughout the years. So since 1999, this exact story has been resurfaced over and over and over again. Here's another Calgary article. Social media posts claiming girls being abducted from Calgary area mall for human trafficking is a hoax. A widely shared clip spread the claim that a narrowly avoided kidnapping incident was witnessed at a mall in a Toronto suburb. So here we go in Toronto, where a victim's head was shaved after being knocked unconscious. This is false. Law enforcement and the mall's management found no evidence of the event, and the story echoes previously debunked claims about human trafficking. There are articles after article after article of this exact same thing, all claiming that this shit is fake, and it's all just a hoax that keeps getting spread around over and over and over again. This is nothing new. And that's why it's not being spread on the mainstream news. And I'm not saying that I'm advocating for the mainstream news. I obviously don't like it, and who the fuck does? All right? And I'm not even necessarily saying that what this girl's video is about is necessarily true. But when you go to her page, you notice that she has video after video after video, all with some different form of either what she calls truth-seeking, or videos about how we're all in the Matrix and we need to escape the Matrix, and how we're indoctrinating our children with holidays, and she's on the breaking point, on the cusp of just sitting her children down and explaining to them how fake and false of a reality all these holidays are, and she wants to ruin Christmas for her children. Well, she doesn't want to ruin Christmas, but she wants to spoil the magic of it because she believes so deeply into these crazy conspiracy theories. She even has a video where she puts crystals next to her breaker box because she thinks it saves her money on energy. She's talking about timeline jumps, age of Aquarius. Like, her whole page is dedicated to this fucking crazy shit. So, after all this, you go back and watch her initial video and you're like, oh, this chick's just crazy. What the fuck is she talking about? Okay? But this is I want to bring attention to this because this is the kind of thing that's specifically bad for everybody nowadays on the age of the internet, on the age of TikTok. Because, as she said, the mainstream media is trash. They spread false narratives. They spread false allegations. They spread their fake media. You know, Trump said it best. Fake news, dude. And I agree with that. But she's not correct in this. This is the kind of thing, this is a trap that people fall into nowadays. Because they want to avoid mainstream media, so they get their shit from the internet. So when they see a woman who's passionate, who is on the phone videoing themselves in a vehicle, describing a situation that could possibly be true, and especially when it's in a town, in a city like Edmonton, you know, if you're from Edmonton, I'm not from Edmonton, but I'm close to it. It's a story that's close to home. So you got all these factors, like, where you would, as soon as you scroll to this video, you think, oh my God, I instantly believe this. And I instantly believed it. I immediately believed it. I thought, this is fucking crazy. This is so true. I have to share this. And I just shared it. I blindly shared it. If this exact story was on, I don't know, some professionally made video, I'd be like, what? Something seems weird about this. But because it's some chick in her vehicle who's like crazy passionate and seems like she's telling the truth, I immediately thought, oh, this has to be true. So things, although we're starting to realize that mainstream media is the wrong way to get our news from, and we direct our attention more towards social media, we still have to be careful. We have to be careful because shit like this can get you. It doesn't matter what route you take. Eventually, the pendulum swings this way, but the pendulum has been in this side for too long now. So we just blindly grasp onto this and think, oh, it's true. We got to believe this. I got to share this. This girl talked to her husband's friend who is a police officer, or whatever the fuck she said. It's got to be true. Now, I can't necessarily say this necessarily is fake, but with all these things I laid out, it kind of points in that direction. And so then you got to think, well, what's this girl's deal? Is she just fucking crazy? Like, she kind of seems like it. All this shit, like, go to her page and watch any one of her videos. She seems like a batty fucking person. And to make a video about a child being kidnapped in the West Edmonton Mall and her head being shaved and drugged and kidnapped, like, what? So she's doing exactly what she is blaming the mainstream media of doing. She is just blindly following this story, this hoax that's been spread around since 1999, thinking it's automatically true, and just spewing it out onto the internet, expecting everyone else to follow her and follow this story and spread awareness of it, without her even trying to see if there's any truth to this story. Now, again, maybe it's true, but as far as I can tell, I can't find any fucking ounce, any drop of evidence that story that she laid out is even remotely true. Especially the fact that all those are, that's only like a tiny portion of the articles that I've shown you. There's like hundreds of articles with that exact same story that she laid out. And they all say it's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a hoax fucking story that's been thrown around forever for whatever reason. And maybe if you explain that to her, she might say, well, that's what they want you to think, but then you're diving too deep. You're diving too deep. And her channel, it solidifies that. Her whole channel is conspiracy theories. Her whole channel is just crazy batshit stuff. So if you've seen this video, which you might have because it's going crazy viral because people are just automatically believing this crazy woman. And maybe I shouldn't call her crazy, but it's coming across that way. So as it stands, I don't believe it. The moral of the story is don't immediately believe a video you see on TikTok or Instagram Reels because someone's filming themselves and it sounds legit. All right? She might even know that this is not true and she's doing it for views. Who fucking knows? But stay vigilant, all right? Just be a chill guy, dude. Oh, this song's a banger, dude. So she's, yeah, like she could totally just be an actor. She could totally just be acting. Maybe she doesn't believe any of this crazy shit that she posts on her channel. And she's just doing it all for fucking clout. Who knows? And if that's the case, then she's pretty damn smart. But yeah, that the first one that really got me going was like, it's the third pinned video on her channel. I'm not gonna play it because we're not giving her any more fucking credation. But the third pinned video on her channel, she's in her like basement area where the breaker box is, and she's got crystals sitting on her breaker box because she thinks, because I don't know, because crystals emit energy, that it reduces the cost of her energy bill somehow. I don't fucking know, dude. That alone is enough to just say, okay, this girl's wackadoo.
You guys got any bags of bird? You guys got...
Give her some fucking bird ham, dude. She needs bird ham.
Watch this full episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast by clicking the link in bio.